So you got a set of stairs that look like this, and you want to attach a baby gate to your spindles securely with no damage and look good too? This video's for you. I'm about to share with you all the materials you're going to need to have on hand before you start the installation, all the tools required, and all the info you're going to need so this gate comes out securely with no damage to your railings. And surprisingly, damage to your railings, that's not the big cost. I'm going to show you a $2 item that will save you thousands in repairs, and everybody overlooks this part. One thing's for sure, baby gate manufacturers, they do not make this easy. That's why a few years ago, I started a business doing nothing but installing baby gates. And as silly as that sounds, I've got to do some spectacular homes with some wild staircases, glass staircases, wraparound wrought iron staircases, and traditional staircases like we're doing today. First things first, picking out a gate. And I'm going to cut right to the chase. You get what you pay for. A baby gate, it's an investment. You're going to be living with this gate today a minimum of 3 years. It could be 5 years. It could be more depending on how many children you have. So the first thing you have to do is get yourself a quality gate. So this is the gate we're installing today. It's made by Retractable, and it's my favorite retractable gate on the market right now. The reason it's my favorite, it doesn't break. People say they don't like the retractable gates or they're of poor quality, and all I have to say is either they installed them wrong or they bought a cheap gate. And there is a lot of junk on the market. Actually, most of the gates on the market are junk. So I'm going to share a link, and all these materials I'm about to go over, they're all in the show notes. So it's going to take the guesswork out of it, and this installation is going to go smoothly. So let's go over the materials you're going to need. So of course you're going to need, and I hope you took my advice and bought yourself a quality gate. So you're going to need a gate. And if you went with the retracted gate, it comes with these 4 mounting brackets here and 2-inch screws. And then we're going to have these 4 pressure clamps. And this is what's going to save your spindles. 2 large ones, 2 small ones. We're going to need a package of these spacers so we can make any fine adjustments. We are definitely going to need an assortment of number 8 screws, and of course a screw gun, a few 1/4-inch bolts, different lengths, and a socket to tighten them up. And to make your gauge straight, I recommend some type of a leveling device. I love my laser level. I'm going to try talking you into getting one. They're great. And then you need a pencil, a little piece of furniture felt, and if you have a carpet runner on the stairs here, a little block of wood just to elevate the gate slightly so you can get over that carpet. Now that may seem like a bit much, but don't get intimidated. Once we start doing this, you're going to see it's very straightforward. And if you save this video and then revisit it during installation, your gate's going to go on securely and it's going to look good too. Now this retractable gate, like most retractable gates, gets attached to the railings in 4 locations. First 2 on the gate side. And this is where the gate's going to live when the gate's open and not in use. And now as I pull it across, you can see it's going to attach in 2 spots on the opposite side. And here's what the brackets look like up close. All 4 of the brackets are exactly the same. So that way you don't have to worry about which one's which when you're putting it together. And they go on very straightforward. They come with these, long screws. There's 2 per bracket. But as you know, we can't screw right into these spindles. So that's why we're going to use these pressure clamps. They go on securely to the spindles, and then we mount our gate right to these. So now our first tricky spot, attaching these brackets to the spindles. We're going to use these pressure clamps, 4 of them in total. The 2 larger clamps are going to go up top, and they're going to go across 2 spindles for stability. And then we're going to use the smaller clamp down low right towards the flat part of the spindle, and that's going to allow us to keep the gate nice and close to that first step. It looks a lot better that way. Okay, I already painted these clamps white, and I suggest you do the same thing before you install them. Do not do it after the installation, and don't use a paintbrush. We'll go over that in a second. But first, these gates come with 1/4-inch bolts. But there's a good chance the 1/4-inch bolts might be the wrong length. If they're too short, they're just not going to work. And if they're too long, well, that just looks awful and it's kind of dangerous. So what you want to do is, while holding your clamp in position, just pull across a tape measure to see what type of bolt or what size bolt you actually need. Rule of thumb, you want something that's 1 inch longer than whatever you're attaching to. For instance, the bottom of your spindle, if it's a standard spindle like what we're attaching to today, it's 1.5 inches down the bottom. So a 2.5 inch bolt works perfect. But if you're not sure and you're going to the hardware store now anyway, I suggest buy a few bolts 1/2 inch longer, buy a few bolts 1/2 inch shorter. It's only a few bucks, and it's much better than having to run out the day of installation because you have the wrong size. And one more thing on this, if you're thinking I'll just use longer bolts now and then I'll go back and I'll swap them out one by one when I get the proper size, don't do it. It doesn't work like that. You are actually going to have to remove everything and then reinstall everything with the proper size bolts. So make sure you have the right ones on hand the day you're installing. Okay, take a look here. Now, these are the bolts I used versus the bolts that it came with. And you can see how they stick right out past the clamp there. So that's an awful look. And if you're thinking, well, I'll just use these now and then I'll go back and reinstall them later one by one when you get the proper size, that doesn't work. You're going to have to reinstall the whole gate. So get the right bolts or an assortment of bolts ahead of time. You'll be happy you have them on hand. Okay, once you get your brackets on securely and they're nice and straight, grab your leveling device. I love my laser level. It makes things nice and easy, especially like baby pictures and stuff like that. But yeah, it does horizontal, does vertical, and there's a link in the show notes. It's a great tool to have. But grab that so we can get our brackets on nice and straight now. So one of the first things you're gonna notice, these brackets come with 2-inch screws and they're way too long. They'll go right through our pressure clamps and into the spindles we're trying to protect. And that's why you have to get an assortment of number 8 screws. So what I like to do is I start with a 3/4 inch screw and I only put 1 in per bracket until I get the gate exactly where I want it. Just in case I have to make adjustments or move it around, you don't want to use a long screw and going back and forth with it. So start with a 3/4 inch screw and only 1 per bracket until we get it just where we want it. Take a look at how I'm putting these brackets on. I'm facing them away from the bottom of the stair. Picture your baby standing at the bottom of the steps and pushing against this gate. Now you see how you want the hooks faced away, just like I'm doing it here. Once both your hook brackets are installed, top and bottom, clip your gate on. It snaps on quickly and secure. It's really straightforward. And then it should move freely back and forth. But as you can see here, the carpet runner restricts the gate a bit. It drags slightly as I pull it across the carpet. So what I recommend is grabbing a 3/4 inch spacer of some sorts, a decorative block. I find these at Hobby Lobby and I paint them the same color to match the gate. Now take notice here, the spindles taper at the top, which makes the gate go on, a little crooked. So when I put my laser level on it, you could see it's off about 1/2 inch. And here is where we're going to use these spacers. The spacers go behind the bracket and it bumps it out slightly. So just place them so they can sit underneath the bracket, just like this, and then reattach the bracket with the longer screw. Now double check, make sure it's straight, of course, and this is where the laser level really comes in handy. Okay, we got the gate straight up and down. Let's do the other side. Grab the gate in the center and just use 2 fingers. Pull straight across. And now you see, it's kind of obvious where the other 2 clamps are going to go. So let's repeat the process. Okay, go ahead, install that top and bottom clamp. And as soon as you do and you get them tight and you make sure they're straight, pull the gate across again one more time just to make sure they're in the right spot. And then go ahead and put those hook brackets on. So once you get those spacers in and you pull it across and it's touching both brackets simultaneously, we're in good shape. But if you are having an issue with that, let me give you a little tip. As you pull the gate across, take a look. Make sure it's level and parallel with that step. If it's tilting up or down too much, well, then your gate's not level on the other side. You have to make sure that gate is straight up and down. Once you get it straight up and down, come back to this side and try those brackets again. But once you get them all set, let's get to the final steps here. Gate working smoothly? All right, go back, replace those shorter screws with the longer screws possible, without poking through, of course. What I'm gonna do next is put a little double-sided adhesive underneath this decorative block. I just don't want it falling out and my customer having to keep putting it back in place. If you're installing right on top of your step or possibly a hardwood floor, here's something you have to do. Please, you have to do this. Put a little piece of furniture felt right underneath the gate. It doesn't seem like it's a big deal, but that's where the real damage comes in. This gate is going to be sitting on your step for years, back and forth, and it's going to wear a hole in your finish. And that's a big, costly repair. You could avoid that right now. Put a little piece of furniture felt right underneath the gate. You'll be so happy you did. Trust me. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate how to use the gate, and there is a very specific way you're supposed to open and close this gate. Oh, before I do, painting the clamps. When you paint the clamps, use spray paint. Very simple. Rust-Oleum, paint and primer, all in one. Just go ahead and spray them. Don't try to match your color too much. Don't overthink it, and don't use a brush. If you use a brush and traditional paint, it's going to gum up the threads and it makes it very difficult to get that 1/4-inch bolt threaded. Trust me, I made the mistake. Don't do it. All right, let's go over how to properly work this gate. And if you did find value here, give me a like. It'll help other new parents find this video easily, and it'll make me feel like I did a good job. Now, most people instinctively grab this gate from the top, but that's not the handle. The handle's right in the center, and it makes a difference. Grab it from the center and pull it straight across. Evenly, it's perfectly balanced, and then it'll attach the top and bottom, just like this, and then push down and turn. That locks the gate. Once the gate's locked, baby cannot pull it off, and baby cannot push through it. It's nice and strong. You installed it properly, push on it. Make sure it's strong. And if you installed it properly, and I'm sure you did, it could take it. So push on that gate nice and strong. Hey, I hope you liked this video. I'm open to suggestions, and check out my next video. I take the guesswork out of that too. See ya.